This individual house, which has involved a considerable amount of self-build, has been given a Guildford Design Award, and it's number 19 Abbott Road, Guildford. And this is a house which is a pavilion. It's a very contemporary building based on the international architecture of Europe, but it's a very modest frontage. But when you go inside, the house opens up and there is this magnificent living space with views across Guildford. Internally, there's several amounts of self-build that the owner has done himself, and this involves the staircase and a beautiful book wall that runs along the length of the gallery. And I'm here today with the owners Robert and Jeannine Young and the architects Oliver and Cassia Wilton from the WW Studio. And I'm going to ask them a few key questions. So when you started the project, what were the main objectives that you had in mind in making this new house?
I think the biggest thing was actually being able to build our own house. That was the best thing of all. We really wanted to do it for ages. It was on our bucket list. I never thought we'd do it. So that, for me, that was the main thing.
The main objectives for us were really to design a modern house which suited our clients' ambitions in terms of how they wanted to live in this house as a lifetime home, and to assure that we took full advantage of the opportunities that the site had.
Because we used to live in a very old Victorian house, so we were sort of very used to high ceilings, and we didn't want to lose that, you know, because most houses you see nowadays, the ceilings are very low and don't give a feeling of space.
When you got underway with the project, what were the real challenges that you had to address to actually complete it?
It was quite a challenging site conditions, as I mentioned, very steeply sloping ground, deep excavations, and the fact that we've decided to build the two top floors out of prefabricated timber meant that we had to design everything to the greatest, finest detail, because everything arrived pre-made on site.
I've been in the industry where there's I use this client who makes these dies for cutting out cartons and that, and they use this plywood, and they get this offcut off the plywood which is probably about that wide, and I thought it'd be good to use that for shelves and things like that. So these are bits that they would normally throw away, so I thought it's a great way of recycling it. So I looked at everything in here and I thought, stairs. Do we really want just, ordinary wooden stairs? But I said, well, I looked at it and I thought, well, it'd be nice to see the pattern of the actual plywood coming down as you look up the stairs, and I've sort of done loads of templates and things like that, and I finally got there, and then I suddenly realised that every stair was slightly different size, so I couldn't just make one template, everyone had to be individually made.
And now that you've lived in the house for some period of time, what gives you the most delight in living here in your own home?
The views. The views are just amazing. You've got a far-reaching view. I think that's my favourite bit.
The terrace kind of seamlessly connects to the Way Valley and the parkland outside, which is fabulous.